Hello, my name is Juli Boit, and I am one of Christian Assembly's Kingdom Partners based here in Kenya. And I'm excited to share that next week we are going to start a new series within the daily touch points that go from Monday through Friday. And this series is going to be month-long, and it's titled Highest Calling. It will be just digging deeper into what it looks like to be disciples of Jesus, to be his followers, to what it looks like to really go after knowing and loving God, and then as a result, what it looks like to love our neighbors. And so I'm excited that that's going to be going on, and encourage you to join us. And also, if you know others who you think should be a part of that, please share with them, because we'd love for them to join that too. For today's daily touch point, our reading comes from Malachi 4. It's the last chapter within this book, but also the last chapter of the Old Testament. And it's not an easy book, actually, or an easy closing chapter, but it is a unifying theme of, in the midst of the brokenness of the world, the hard-heartedness of people, that God has been faithful. And there is a promise that his faithfulness is not going to end. And so there's this word that there's still a prophet to come that's going to make a way for the Messiah. And there'd be a new Elijah, a new Moses. And then at the end of this book, we're told that then there's 400 years of silence, 400 years of waiting for the children of Israel, where they were in places where there was oppression, their lives were not easy, and yet they're holding on to this hope of the promise of the Messiah to come. And thankfully, John the Baptist did come, and Jesus did come, and our whole Christian faith is built on Jesus coming and being willing to go anywhere and do anything for the sake of love. But I wonder what the waiting, the aching, the hoping for him to come, what that looked like, what that felt like. And then there's times where it doesn't feel hard to imagine, because we're also in our own seasons of waiting and aching and hoping. And our faith is grounded in this God who is faithful, who, even when we're unfaithful, that he remains unchanged. But there's news stories every day that are filled with the darkness, the brokenness of this world, the death and destruction and doom. And if we're not careful, we can forget the promises that all things are going to be made new. We can forget the promise that Jesus says that I've already overcome the world, so take heart, have peace. So I encourage you to read this chapter, but then I also want to encourage you to take a few minutes today to remember ways that God has saved you to this point. Remember the ways his deliverance has come when you have needed it. Remember his goodness. And as you take a moment to write that down, may it lead towards gratitude, and then may the gratitude also help us to look forward to the day when the darkness is finally finished, when the things we long for and all we hope for, that it's finally ours. So friends, be encouraged. May God continue to give us hope and strength for each day.